Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our weekly series of planets through nakshatras. And this week we're going to be covering Rahu in the nakshatra of Sharavan. And what happens when Rahu is sitting in the nakshatra of Sharavan in your horoscope? And if you do not know where Rahu is placed in your horoscope, all the other planetary placements, where each planet is placed in the nakshatra, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects of the Speed of Light, including all my consultations at this link. So, let's talk about Rahu in Sharavan nakshatra. As you know, Sharavan is a nakshatra ruled by moon. And the god of this nakshatra is Vishnu, the preserver of life, the preserver of this universe. And moon is somewhat known as Jiva Atma, meaning like your life body, which is connected to the soul, is the moon. And here, if you know that the Sharavan nakshatra is a nakshatra of listening. It is about listening. It's about listening to the truth. It's about listening to the highest of vibration of this universe. It's about listening to those subtle things that universe is trying to show you who you are. This is the nakshatra where a person can learn about the sacred mantras and slokas. This person likes to hear about other people's issues and to solve other people's issues. This nakshatra hears everything. This nakshatra hears the tamasic news, the rajasic news, the sattvic news, meaning the malefic news, the gossip news, and the spiritual news. This nakshatra mix of everything because, especially what I've seen in this, psychologists, psychiatrists are seen from this nakshatra, like medical professional people are seen from this nakshatra because they're the one who sit on the couch and listen to you. Yeah, okay, so you got this problem going on in your life. Okay, so your mother treated you really badly when you were young, so now you're using that suppression to do whatever you're doing right now. So they heard the tamasic news, the bad news. They heard the news of that person who wants that big car, yet they're not fulfilled with that big car. That's the rajasic news for the psychologist. Then there's the sattvic news, that why is it that I want to feel isolated from everything that I know? Why is it that I want to pursue something more spiritual? Why is it that I'm not attracted to the material things anymore? I'm not attracted to sex. I'm not attracted to jewelry. What's going on? Help me. So you're listening to all kinds of truth out there. And this is what the Sharavan nakshatra is. Yet we want to discuss what happens when this malefic, malevolent energy of Rahu comes into this nakshatra. When it's in your birth nakshatra, in your birth chart, what is it doing to you? Let's discuss that. So Rahu, as you know, is in a way a personification and an imagery of Saturn. Because Rahu represents fear in ourselves. Rahu represents that materialistic obsession. I want what that big movie star is wearing. I want that handbag that she was wearing in this reality show. How do I get that? That's Rahu. How do I win that big money so I can show off to other people who I really am? I am this rich guy and now you got to respect me. That's Rahu. Rahu is this veil in front of our eyes. This is why Rahu represents photography, illusion, filmmaking, special effects. Because it's like if you saw a car blowing up and your heroes jumping out of it, for a moment you think it's real, right? Tom Cruise is jumping out of the fire. It's real. No, it's Rahu. It's that illusion of, the green screen and Tom Cruise in front of it with the special effects on top of it, bringing you this reality, making you think that it's real. But it's not. It is not the truth that you're seeing. That's what Rahu is. Rahu can really manipulate you into thinking that you striving for that wealth, working with that big bank and getting that bonus paycheck is now your epitome of life. Where it's absolutely not. It's probably down in the dirt somewhere. So Rahu, when it comes into the nakshatra of Sharavan, these people do not like to hear the truth. They do not want to see the reality of things. Like when, let's say, you went to Sedona, for example, and you went to Sedona, you went to a vortex. Yeah, a vortex. And you were there meditating on that vortex. You were there with a group of people, or perhaps your friend or your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. And you just felt it, man. You just felt that energy within you. And you're like, this is who I am. This is what I want to do. I want to move out here. And I just want to be submissive to this energy of nature. I want to leave everything that I am because I really see the truth in living the most purest life. Yet then there's your friend who is working in mortgage, who's working in banking, and you have a lunch with him and you tell him about this experience and they're looking at you, dude, you need to see a therapist. Okay. When are we going to the bar? Okay. When do you want to go to that strip club that we discussed? And here you are in this transcendental awakening of who you are, and yet this person is not able to see that. They're not able to connect that with you. That is the Rahu in Sharavan. Rahu is blinded. It's like, I don't want to hear this. Kind of like some instances back in the days, when I ran into telling people about some conspiracy theories. Like, what about this? What if our government is doing this? Or what if this is here? What if moon is infected with aliens, or our government is planting all sorts of, bases up on the moon, military bases on the moon? Have you thought about that? They're like, man, you're too deep into it. You're just losing your mind. Because what happens is Capricorn is where this nakshatra is placed in. Okay. Capricorn is like a very hard sign. Even though it's a movable sign, it is actually a very hard sign, because Capricorn is all about doing business. It's all about status. It's all about governing dynamics. It's all about government. It's all about power. It's about, once I have the power, I can create my own reality. Once I do my hard work of achieving the material success in this life, I will know the truth. And so Rahu is in this zodiac sign of Capricorn. So Rahu is all about, look, I need to get that power. I need to be the CEO, CFO. I need to get that bonus check of $3 million a year. I don't care about your little stupid spiritual trip. I don't want to know about your LSD trip in meditation that you experienced in Sedona or, in Chile. And it takes very, very hard work for these people to truly understand the essence of their existence. Because for them, the essence of existence about when I can get the latest, Bentley, when I can get the latest Mercedes-Benz. Because I need to show that person that I am worth more than they are. So when they see me next time pull up in this, Bentley, they will recognize me that, wow, this guy's going up in ladder. That's where Rahu is more concentrated on. So when in Sharavan nakshatra of listening to the truth, Rahu blinds itself, and Rahu only listens to things that is in this illusionary well. They like to listen to other people's gossip. They like to listen to, what someone else is doing to attain their wealth. Oh, you're in the country club now. Of course. I'm in that better country club that you couldn't get into. There are people out there. Hello. You will see these people. Do not tell me, okay, that any planet in any nakshatra is the most purest form of that nakshatra, or they'll do very well in life spiritually. No, there are people who will always be stuck in this illusion. There are people who will always have to strive for that material success. For them, that is the spiritual success. That is Rahu. Now, of course, it can be manipulated. This placement of Rahu can be manipulated if, let's say, Jupiter was aspecting Rahu. Jupiter was with Rahu in Sharavan nakshatra. Because remember, Jupiter is the only planet that controls Rahu and Ketu. So Rahu will behave. Rahu will be like, okay, maybe you got some truth to following some spiritual knowledge. Tell me about it. What is it? I'm willing to learn. But if Rahu is, let's say, with Saturn and Venus and Mercury in this nakshatra, I mean, Rahu really wants to strive for material success. For them, that's the truth that they listen to. And there's no, and you must be thinking, I'm making this sound like I'm taunting you. No, this is your truth. This is your karma. Your karma is to live that material life. Because here's the truth. Once you have achieved all the material success, you got the latest Bentley every year, you got the hottest chick in the club every time you go there, you have had all the pleasure, all the drugs in life, and now you're looking for that next high. Well, guess what? In Sharavan nakshatra, Rahu finally figures out later on in life that, my God, my ultimate truth is not these material things. It's about listening to the truth of the universe. Their ears open. This happens especially after the age of 42. At the age of 42, Rahu matures. And Rahu sees that, okay, I have everything that I wanted in my life, and I can get anything I want in this life materially. But I'm not feeling that high anymore. It's like, like a meth addict. They smoke sometimes, and that gives you a high. Then they snort, and then that gives you a high. Then they start shooting. That gives you a more high. Then after that, what? Then it's just like complete downhill till you're just overdosed and dead one time. So once they are overdosed in these material things, that's when they can see the reality. They're like, wow, this is not really giving me the happiness that it is. I got to search for the truth. So later on in their life, they will search for the truth. They want to know the truth. They want to hear the truth. And that's what Rahu is in the Sharavan nakshatra. Okay. So guys, this is my analysis of Rahu in Sharavan nakshatra. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to know where your Rahu is placed, all my other all your other planetary placements, all my books, consultation reports, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Bye-bye.